the issue of relationship seems to be important in most of South America, and I think, you know, those who come from a southern European tradition like Spain and Italy, you know, would also say that, you know, these are relationship based societies. But how do we manage relationships between Europe, particularly Southern Europe, and Latin America when they're mediated by video conferences like we're having here to keep in touch, traveling to, you know, for example, Chile? Nobody arrives in Chile by mistake. You know, you have to go there, you know, and it's a long way to get there. So how do you build those relationships at a distance? Have you got any suggestions that perhaps things that they should focus on more, or things to avoid in order to create breakdowns in relationships at a distance?
Well, as you said, I mean, relationships is something that is very important to any Latin American country. So it's something to keep in mind, and you need to do something in order to develop that relationship. And sometimes when we are working virtually, we forget about the relationship because it's like, well, we're talking to a machine, so we don't need to invest time in developing the relationship. But this is far from being the right approach when we're working with Latin Americans. The first things, if you have the chance, of course, it depends on the budget, but if you have the chance, especially at the beginning of working with somebody, is traveling to the country, to the city, and getting to know each other, at least spend a few days face-to-face, sharing a coffee, sharing a meal, getting to know the person personally. Of course, if you had that chance, it's going to help you all along the process of working afterwards virtually. So this is something to keep in mind if the budgets give us the possibility of doing that. If not, even though we're communicating virtually, even though we're sending emails, we need to put some times in our agenda, in our calendar, to have informal meetings virtually, just like sharing a coffee or investing 30 minutes just to talk about anything but business. And of course, I mean, if my focus or my team is going to be based in Argentina, I need to know and read a little bit more about Argentina in order to put topics that Argentina will really interested to talking about. For example, in Argentina, we have elections this year. To ask about that and ask questions and show interest in what is going on in the country, for sure it's going to give the Latins an idea that this person is really involved in the project and don't only want to do business, but also want to have a good climate and have fun and enjoy what they're doing, and also getting to know each other a little bit more. So this is something that I recommend it a lot. And of course, that is going to vary a lot depending on the country, because with Argentina, it's all right to talk about politics. But of course, try to avoid talking about politics if you are dealing with a Colombian team, which is something that you don't put in the table. But you can talk a lot about football. If you say or you mention James Rodriguez in Colombia, you're going to be loved immediately, because this is the star at the moment and everybody's really happy about that. Or for example, at this moment, it has just started the Copa America, which, you know, football is something that is very important and we are very passionate about that. So this is something that is something that we are discussing at the moment. So if you have the knowledge and you can connect with me with the knowledge and the sense that we can discuss about something in common, apart that just talking about the weather, it will help a lot in building trust with the person.
Marcelo, thank you very much indeed for this very quick, because you have so much experience. We'd like to talk to you more, but thank you very much indeed for helping us to have a quick tour around South America, Latin America, and we hope to be in touch with you very shortly, and I'm sure you can help us more in the future.